What a night! What a night! It's exciting to be here with two of the great coaches in college basketball, and not only that, they're great people. Obviously, a little extra excitement with Bill being back, coming off a national championship, which is what we're all striving for. And Lon has been instrumental in heading up Coaches versus Cancer. He puts on one of the huge events in Las Vegas, and it's something I've been a part of for many, many years. One of the outstanding cancer events, and we raise a lot of money at that. And to have this kind of turnout and to touch a little bit of Illinois history is very special. And I'm happy for our fans that they get to see those guys, and they get to be a part of reliving some great memories that each one of those guys had while they were here, and we're doing it to support cancer. And we all know that cancer has affected everybody in this building in some capacity, and it's time to put a stop to that. And we're going to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars tonight, and to have Lon and Bill back means the world to me. And I hope it means a lot to them as well. It's a special night and one we're really excited about.
Coach Self talked about the involvement that Illinois Athletics has with Coaches vs. Cancer. Was that something that you were maybe blown away by when you first took the job at Illinois, and how have you handled that?
Well, I think it's something I was going to make a priority, whether it had been started or not. And to see this thing grow from doing it in a parking lot of a hotel to 1,300 people here tonight is something that's really spectacular. And we have a little bit of a platform as coaches to get involved. Natalie Morrison, the American Cancer Society, Coaches versus Cancer, which was started by Norm Stewart, just gives us a platform to go raise money, and we're all involved in this, and as coaches, and to put 1,300 people here is really special. I think it speaks to the Illini basketball family, but I think it also speaks to a lot of people wanting to reach out and put an end to cancer.
Bill started off by telling the story about hosting you and Mark Rice on your visits, and he said he's a little more concerned about Mark maybe than you. I'm just curious kind of how you responded.
Bill's been really successful for a reason. His intuition was exactly right there, and he hosted me on my visit, and then obviously I went to Kansas State. We got to play each other, but it's really amazing because everybody thinks Bill's this great recruiter. He was really pretty crappy because I didn't go to Oklahoma State. I went to K-State, so he'll tell you it's because I was afraid of him, but and he was a really good player. But obviously Lon was better than both of us put together as a player. But yeah, Bill and I have had a long relationship and known each other for many years, and he's become a good friend.
Both these former coaches both commented they thought that the pieces and the infrastructure in place here to be a national contender, every year. I assume you agree with that assessment from those two.
Yeah, have you ever heard me talk about anything but that? I think that we won a Big Ten championship this year. When you can win Big Ten championships, you have a chance to win a national championship. You got to have a little bit of luck. You got to be good. But there's a reason that I'm so excited that I get to stay here for a long time. And I think we can do that, and that's my ultimate goal, is to win a national championship. It's a wonderful job. I've got tremendous synergy and alignment with Josh. The oven renovation is spectacular. Excited about that, and we've got the best fans in college basketball. I'll argue that with anybody. So there's no doubt we can do that.
Obviously, not being able to do this the last couple of years because of COVID, how nice is it to be back here, being able to throw an event with, over 1,000 people?
Well, I'm everything that's pre-COVID. I'm trying to get back to, including with our team and off-season workouts and the weight room and obviously you put this many people back, and it's so nice to be back and not just doing this for cancer, but for feeling good and smiling, and you just listen, you're hearing everybody laughing and having a good time, and that interaction is great for the soul, and it's great for everybody, and it's nice to be able to do that.
Coach, can you describe why this kind of event means so much to you as an individual?
Yeah, cancer's impacted me personally in a lot of ways. An aunt, a sister-in-law. I've got good friends that have had it, and it's time to end it. We've had cancer so long, and we're making a dent. And all the screening that happens is helping. The American Cancer Society is impacting tons and tons of people throughout the country, and it's just our way of being able to do it. And it's nice to be able to give back and do something other than just basketball. And this is a platform that I feel very connected with. It means a great deal to me and my wife. It's impacted us, and Susan and I are excited to be and do everything that we can to help this.
We know how much you look into the history of Illinois basketball. To be here with Bill and Lon, you're not on the road, you're not doing any, I mean, just to hang out and talk, like, how special is that, just to have that time with one another?
Yeah, we don't get to do that enough. We're in and out all the time, and to connect in an atmosphere that's not basketball related is really special, and I'm very appreciative of them taking their time to come back here and be a part of it, relive a little bit, see some old faces, and it means a lot, and I hope they're enjoying themselves. They're all very special in terms of what they do for cancer and cancer research and screening, and they all do their own things as well. But to be a part of what we're doing here and what they were a part of is extra special.
Your program was affected by the portal a little bit. Any surprises there?
None.
How do you think that's going to line up for you this offseason?
To be determined. I think that we're all in a position where there's no surprises in the portal. It's what our culture is going to be from here on out. I think at some point you may see every kid enter the portal with name, image, likeness. There's no saying everybody's good or everybody's not. You've got kids leaving programs that played 30 minutes. You've got kids leaving programs that won Big Ten championships. You accept it. It is what it is. We're not going to complain about it. But some go, and then we've got to take it from the portal as well, and we'll do that. We'll find we've got a heck of a program and a lot of really positive things going our way. So we've got a lot to sell.
Another thing was sort of maybe back to normal post-COVID. It was the deadlines to prepare for the draft, deadlines to be in the portal. I mean, how much does that help where it's not July? It's April, beginning of May. Just in terms of knowing who we've got.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. It's a big part of it, and obviously, Kobe's got a decision. He's going through that process, and he's got till the 24th. If Kobe decides to go in, he's got to stay in. This will be his third time. He's evaluating all of his options. He's talking with his people, but it's much different to have it in this early compared to August, as it was 2 years ago, and even late summer. We're continuing to move forward in every facet, whatever that entails, with him, without him, and we'll help him and support him in every way possible.
Jake and Hutch are two guys who have decisions to make. Is there any clarity on where they stand or what a timeline could look like with those two?
No, they're going through the same process, and they don't have they have the luxury of coming back if that's what they want to look at. Jake has had some shoulder surgery, so he is rehabbing that. That was a pretty significant injury that he had at the end of the year. We missed him greatly. He was a huge part of what we did offensively. So we'll see how that plays out, and Hutch getting healthy has been something we haven't seen. So a lot of decisions to make for those guys. They're older, and we'll see. They've both been instrumental in different things we've done in our program, and unfortunately Hutch hasn't done it on the court, and Jacob just had an outstanding.
Brad, with everything, the calendar and the way the sport is, are you able to do exit interviews like you have in the past, or is that just gone by the wayside because everybody's scattered?
No, they're a little more timely. They're a little bit different. Obviously, we've still got some going on.
Okay.
I'm not one that's going to rush through them and have them every 15 minutes. They're pretty lengthy, and we talk about a lot of things in those meetings. So You still have them. Obviously, guys make decisions, and they made them pretty quick, and you try to help them and support them. We want to see them go on and do what's in their best interest. And all the meanwhile, we're still recruiting. We had a live period last weekend. We had a kid on campus. So it becomes very, very hectic. There is no downtime. We're literally busier now than we were during the season in terms of hours.
I got to wrap up here. Last one. It's not often you replace an entire staff, and then during that recruiting cycle, they have so much success. Can you talk about those three guys and what they've done for your recruiting?
Yeah, I said that the staff we lost was fantastic, and they were instrumental in helping us build this. And they're part of the family. They'll always be a part of our family. But my job as head basketball coach is to go out and replace guys that leave. And you try to do that with guys that are qualified, guys that fit your program, guys of high character, and most importantly, guys that can get the job done. And I said it many times, I felt like we could just go out, and we did it once, we were going to do it again. We were going to hire quality staff. And not only are they very good recruiters, they're great coaches. And that's showing up in the recruiting process with some of the guys that we're bringing to wear orange and blue. So I feel great about them, and we'll continue to keep beating down those doors and telling everybody about orange and blue.